Hello, Steve Mills here. It's great to be here again. Thank you for once again listening to my, either you're on my podcast or you're watching this on a video. So either way, thank you. Welcome if this is your first time. My name is Steve Mills. I've spent 25 years in marketing. I've learned from the best in the world. I've invested over 20,000 hours of learning from the world's leading experts. I've spent over £50,000 of my own personal money in doing so. And I share my knowledge with small businesses, helping them to make literally millions and millions of pounds in extra, additional, unforeseen income. And that's what I've been doing for 25 years. Now, today I wanted to talk to you about the power of a headline. How important are headlines? Well, there's an old saying in advertising that the headline is the advert for the advert, and that any success that you get in your advert comes from the headline. In fact, people tell me that 80% of the effectiveness of your advert is the headline, and therefore arguably 80% of your time and effort in producing this top-notch advertising should be in that particular medium. Now, whilst advertising's still alive and well, almost everything anyway, is moved online into the digital space. And so the headline for the advert, whilst that could be an advert on Google or Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and so on and so forth, it could also be the advert for the web page. It could be an advert for your video. It could be an advert for your email or your blog or your webinar or whatever else it is. But the most important thing, I suppose, is ultimately your first impression. You know, if you go on to my LinkedIn profile on LinkedIn, does it say Steve Mills, Managing Director? Because if it does, that's pretty boring, isn't it? In fact, you don't even know what I do. So the most important part of my LinkedIn profile, here as an example, is really boring. And it doesn't give you any clue to what I do. So, what we need to do is, what I'm trying to encourage you to do, is to examine your headlines. Go and take a look at them. Work out what you need to do in order to improve the performance of basically each and every element of your business. I hope that makes sense to you. Because, I'll tell you why. Because it can make you millions. I worked with a company many years ago who sold the recycling equipment, like a conveyor belt, big, massive machine, £2 million machine. And they sold it into local authorities, and it saved them 25% of recycling costs. So it was this machine, it did all the recycling automatically, saved them about 25%, which was a lot of money. Local authorities spend millions and millions of pounds on recycling. When I looked at their advertising, they were spending £2,000 a month advertising on the back of a glossy magazine that was given free to every local authority in the country. And so far, they've been doing it for 6 months, 12 grand, 0 leads. And they said, what do you think, Steve? Shall we just cut it? And I said, well, let's have a look. So we had a look at the advert, and the advert had a headline which was the company name. And I said, okay, so the headline's your company name. Are you really well known in the industry? They said, no, nobody knows us. They're actually a Spanish company. I said, we're just trying to get into the UK. So this is all about brand awareness. What an excuse brand awareness is for lack of leads. So they're doing marketing that's not working to get the company name known, but not creating any business. I'd leave that to CocaColas of this world, who've got that multi-million or billion-pound budget, if I was you. So what we did is we removed the name of the company from the advert, certainly from the top of the advert, might have said it down the bottom in really small letters, and replaced it with local authorities save 25% on recycling costs. We put the new advert out. That month, the first month, they got 5 leads and they made 2 sales. It was just over 4, I think it was £4.2 million. I'll say that again, 4.2 million quid. It took me about 10 minutes to figure that out. That was a good return on their investment. And, that's really what I'm looking for you to do. So, you might want to think about that. Now, you might think, well, what headline do I use, Steve? Well, I can't go into that right now. What I would say is if you get in touch with me, I've written a report. I think it's called something like the top 100 best headlines ever used. So if you want a copy of that, just get in touch. I'll send it you through via email. Just let me know and I'll pop it through to you. No cost or anything like that. So you might be able to adapt those headlines, or at least some of them, for your business. But also, you might just want to think about, just thinking about identifying why does somebody need to listen? What are you going to show them or teach them? And what can they do as a result? So I love the words how to in a headline. So I might say how to use LinkedIn so that you, like me, can earn at least £100,000 a year on LinkedIn. That's a bit of a long headline, but that's a pretty good one. How to do this so that you can get that. How to just thinking from a landscape gardening point of view, how to improve the look of your garden so you can have lovely summer days in your garden. That's a pretty naff headline, by the way, but you get the idea. Yeah, how to do this so you can have that, or if you're like this, then do that. So if you've got a problem with this, then you might want to do that. If you've got a problem with this, go and take a look at this. That type of thing. If you want to save 25% on recycling costs, then click here. That might be the advert I mentioned was on the back of a glossy. But if that was an advert on Google, that would probably work well. If you're a local authority and you want to save 25% on recycling, go here. Yeah, see how powerful that is? If you want this, do that. So, I could keep going on forever and ever, but I hope I've given you something to think about. I hope I've given you, some ideas to move forward. If I have, great. If you want to know more from me, and perhaps you'd like a review, if you like what I'm saying. I have spent 25 years. I have spent over 20,000 hours learning, and I've learned from the best marketers in the world. That's what I spend my time doing, and I pass on that knowledge to people, and I've helped people make millions upon millions of additional unforeseen income, and I've been doing it for years and years. I'm really good at what I do, and I'd love to help you. And the reason I'm doing this video is it's very difficult to really be able to know whether you want to work with Steve or somebody else. So what I'm doing in this video is trying to demonstrate my expertise, and I've done that in obviously one small area, which is just writing headlines, and hopefully that's going to help you to grow your business. But if you do want to work with me further, then just go to my website and book a one-to-one meeting. My website is steve-mills.com. In that meeting, we'll talk about you and your business, not me and what I can do for you, but we'll talk about you and your business, what you're doing in your marketing right now, what's working and what's not. I'll then try and demonstrate my expertise again by giving you some ideas and ways in which you can improve what you're doing. And then at the end, I'll just say, do you know what? I think I can help you in this way. I'd love to have you on my one-to-one coaching program. I'd love to have you on my group program. I'd like to, like you to sign up to my online program so you can learn 24/7 online. Whatever it is, however I can help you, and serve you, I'd love to do so. So, go to my website, steve-mills.com, and look forward to speaking to you on a one-to-one basis very soon. Thank you very much for listening, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you.